did I get ahead in life, stuck on my thoughts and the things that they lead to. Always think of
What's good, everybody? Welcome back to the I Need a Sports podcast. Your host with the most, my dog Cam, my dog Chris. Back with another basketball episode. Last week we missed out on one, had some business to handle, schedules didn't align, so we couldn't get a basketball episode in. But this week we got you. We're not slacking. Tonight is Champions Classic, college basketball. College basketball started up this past week. So now we got this and the NBA to talk about. I made two bets. First one already cashed, Michigan State +7 versus Kentucky. They actually pulled out the dub in double OT. Crazy good game. Both teams were hooping towards the end. CBB, he might get Wooden Player of the Year again 2 years in a row. Like, I don't see nobody stopping him. Dude's a beast. But he found out, luckily, Michigan State, covered my +7. Now we got it's not a friendly bet because Cam ain't bet, but Cam a Duke fan. My Jayhawks versus his Duke boys right now. I got Kansas +1.5. We up 6 currently with like 7 minutes into the first, or 7 minutes left the first half. So this is gonna be part live reaction too. So if you see me looking away or you see Cam with his head down, he looking at his phone watching the game. But yeah, man, let's touch over some of these top headlines that have been, hitting the scenes while we've been away for the past 2 weeks. Want to start off with, now they said the MVP frontrunner, even though it's still way early in the season, it's our boy Jason Tatum, man. And I know the Celtics were a big if coming into the season with the whole Ime news or whatever, but the boy's been balling. I still want to see them versus a healthy Milwaukee team. Milwaukee's been banged up. Drew Holiday been out of the lineup. Chris Middleton still. I don't know when Chris Middleton even coming back. But for anybody else in the East, they can't handle the Celtics in a 7-game series. And Jason Tatum, he's that alpha, man. What is your tiers again, Cam? Is superstar, all-star superstar? Superstar the highest one?
Yeah, superstar highest one.
So is Tatum a superstar?
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
Okay.
For sure.
Okay, I feel it. Do you think he would you still, now that he's front runner, you think he pulls off MVP, or what y'all think?
Me personally, I don't know. I mean, okay, I get how people are saying Jason Tatum, but Luka is having a crazy year. Like, I don't think everybody really knows what Luka is doing right now. Luka is having a phenomenal year right now. Not saying Jason Tatum is not, but Luka is literally like having a crazy, like the most craziest year we probably ever seen out of
Speaking of Luka, he just cashed the over, man.
Yes,
No. Okay, that was my third bet on the night, y'all. I'm sorry. Luka over 32.5 versus the Clippers. He torches them every time. Like, ever since he played them that first playoff series, he always goes at their neck. They're up 4 with 27 seconds left, but yeah, he just cashed it. We might be able to sweep the night if my Jayhawks, can hold on and whoop up on these Duke boys. But I'm sorry, back to what you were saying.
Nah, Luka, man, he just been, like I said, he's been balling this year. So, I mean, I understand Jason Tatum, but shit, I don't know. I'm gonna have to go Luka, I think, because he been carrying, bro. He's been carrying.
That's fair. That's definitely fair. What you feel like, Chris? You think Luka or Tatum for MVP when it's all said and done this year?
When it's all said and done, it definitely depends on the record, like you be saying.
Yeah.
Mavs not really. They gotta win more. They've been winning more, so that's good. But they gotta win more. Luka has been having a crazy year.
Yeah, no, that's what I gotta look it up. I don't even know how I could really pose a question and get a good answer on Google. But I feel like, at least to start off this year, there's a lot of people that's either averaging over 30 or damn near 30 points across the league.
Yeah.
Off the top, Tatum, Luca. I know Shy got to be damn near at probably averaging 30, if not more, the way he's been hooping. Who else?
Giannis.
Giannis.
Yeah, what KD
Right.
averaging?
Steph probably.
I think KD right under 30, but ever since Kyrie been out these last few games, his
He's been
production's
eating.
upped.
Yeah. It's
Yeah,
kind of
so
weird, huh?
yeah, is it you think it's like less
Ja
defense
probably.
being played or people just more in their bag? Like
Exactly.
The game definitely moving towards less defense. It's definitely moving towards less defense. Like you got to outscore your team.
That shit's sad.
Yeah, a little bit.
That shit's sad.
I'll be one.
I-
Yeah,
I
that's why I
think,
like college ball more because they be.
but once come like playoff time, then
oh
that's
yeah,
when they really start locking
Yeah. The
in.
season is early. You don't want to hurt yourself playing defense.
yeah, no, that's
Fact.
facts. But I pulled it up. No, Luca 34.3 points per game, which
Yeah,
is it's crazy
that's
because
2K numbers.
you know he's getting damn near
Nah,
triple double too because he doing everything. So the fact that they got Tatum as a favorite, it really got to be because Tatum's the best player on the best team
On
right
the
now.
best team. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Because I mean, shit, Jaw just had crazy night too. I
Yeah.
mean, they lost, but
Joel right behind him with 32.3. He had probably one of the best regular season games
yeah,
in a
in
long
a
time.
long
Yeah.
time, bro.
He was what,
Yeah.
like 2 blocks and 3
And
assists
3
away from a
assists, yeah.
quadruple double with 59. And
With
he sadly
59.
choked on the 60, but 59 is still that's mean right there.
A 59-point quadruple double. That would have been.
That would be that's Wilt. That's a Wilt. We've never seen that.
So
Jason
stupid.
Tatum in third, he got 31.9. A player who I'm going to talk about later, Donovan Mitchell, he's been hooping. I got some things to
Yeah.
say about the Cavs though. Then he got 31.6, Shy 31.5 right behind him.
My boy.
So like no, and that's Steph is at 31.5 too. Giannis at 31.3, Kevin at 30. And Ja is the next one, and he's the first one that doesn't average 30 right now. He's at 28. But that's 8 players averaging 30. Now, obviously, some of those numbers will probably regress a bit over as like the year goes on.
You would think so.
Yeah, you would think so. They could. I was gonna say, I feel like Luca, Joel, maybe, and Donovan Mitchell probably hold up. I don't know if Jason
Hold
Tatum's
30,
will
yeah.
hold up because I mean, I feel like, JB and other players are just gonna get theirs eventually, and then he won't average like 30, but he'll still be at like a 27, 28 clip. But yeah, man, that's crazy. 7 players all averaging 30 points, and we probably like 12, 13 games into the season. Yeah, no, the game is definitely progressing. Way more threes being taken, obviously, year by year. I mean, offense is king right now, and that's really in all sports. You look at the NFL, there's not too much the defenses can do anymore in that sport, and here it's the same. Like they added that, which I kind of hated, but I kind of like it. Same thing, they added that take foul stuff. You can't do
Yeah,
a take
I was
foul.
just gonna ask, do you think that's why though that defense has been lacking because there's been more like rules put against?
I love it. I love it because what they was doing, that was stupid. Like a fast break and you gonna foul on a fast, bro. That's
No,
so,
I like that foul. That's a good one. That's a good one.
it's
I mean,
stupid. Like, why would they be doing that?
I like it regular season. I'm just worried. Like when it come playoff time, like sometimes
Yeah.
them take fouls be the difference in the game. Like, hey, you better go win this game at the line. We gonna make you
Man,
win
remember
it.
that
No,
Dwight
you
Howard
shouldn't,
series when he was on the
bro.
Rockets?
You shouldn't be doing that. Get your ass back on fast break. Get back on fast
Okay,
break.
coach. Okay,
Yeah,
coach.
bro.
Yeah, you sound like Steph, Van Gundy. You sound like Van Gundy, boy.
We know what Cam
That
told his
ass,
players.
though.
Y'all better get your ass back on defense.
Okay, we running.
Ain't nobody trying to
suicide-
hear all that.
Man, shit, we running suicide stuff the whole time at practice.
Oh my God.
Get
in a minute. Another one.
We
If
running.
you don't get it, you gotta do another one. How am I gonna get the second one if I ain't get the first?
What's that
Man.
drill Coach Brown used to make us do? We go half court, then back, then
No,
full
the
court,
10
back.
in the minutes. The
10
ones
in
that,
a minute.
Yeah.
boy.
Uh,
Dang.
Killer. I probably only made like
When you
two.
had said earlier, like before we even started this podcast, we were chopping it up, y'all. But Chris was saying the Nets suck. But I looked at the score; they was down 8. They're down 23 within the span of 5 minutes.
Yeah, they suck, bro. They suck. They're not good.
That's crazy. Because a lot of people were on the Nets today. Like, like that's all the tweets I was seeing a lot. Like, Hey, ride the Nets plus 2.5.
You would
Ride
think
the Nets
so.
ML.
They went on a little streak.
Yeah.
You would think so with goddamn Durant, the way he been carrying.
Yeah.
Shit, Claxton had a nice game the other night too. I was surprised.
Yeah. And speaking of surprises, that segues into what I want to talk about next. Because it's a lot of surprises. There's some spots we was right, but there's kind of a lot of spots we was wrong too. At least I know me personally, I was wrong
Yeah,
with
I
a
was
lot
wrong.
of stuff. First off, I'm gonna start by saying I thought the Rockets and Pistons were gonna be like not winning more, so to speak, but I thought they would be
11-10
more
seed.
competitive.
They so shitty.
They some boo boo, bro.
They so shitty.
They are-
Both
They are
teams,
right
bro.
back at the bottom of the league again. And it's looking like they having a contest to see who can tank for Wembanyama at this point because they cannot finish game. Like I thought the Rockets, like last year, they took their lumps, of course, and they still young. But I thought they would have learned something. They would have been able to finish some more games this year.
But
And they're not finishing.
I blame coaching for the Rockets though.
And I gotta
Yeah,
watch more Rockets
people got a lot
game
of
by
problems
games
with
to
the
see.
lineup. They don't like the lineup.
Bro, the lineups be crazy.
Yeah,
Like Silas,
yeah.
I don't know what he be thinking. And then Sengun be hooping. And
He
he'll
be
take
hooping. He be taking
been
them
seeing the
out. He
highlights.
don't even start them sometimes.
They don't. I'm like, bro, Sengun is like one of the best players on the team. You need to play him.
He
Like, Buddy cold, bro. Like he
he's on
remind
the
me
team.
like,
I'm thinking in the league.
bro.
It ain't many big men that's like putting on the moves that he putting on the court.
Yeah, he got some crazy footwork.
He remind me of a young Luis Scola, bro. Like,
Yeah, that's
Buddy
actually a
is
good
nice.
comparison.
That's
That's
good.
Yes.
That's
I remember the Luis Scola, Chuck Hayes,
Shit, what?
Aaron Brooks days, boy. That's when we thought the Rockets was really good.
Oh, Aaron
Yo,
Brooks had
Kyle,
that,
we
we was
did.
losing
Aaron
in
Brooks
the-
had that burner, boy.
Aaron Brooks,
He
boy,
did.
what?
until that's a story for another day. But he really got his career ended on a cheap shot that messed up his ankle that one season, and then we traded him after that, and it was downhill from there. Then he went to China. You are the Shanghai Sharks. You know that meeting with Shaq. But yeah, man. Rockets. I was watching the game the other day when we played the Clippers. It was either Clippers or Pelicans. I just know with 2 minutes left, the score was like 106 to like 106. I think it was tied at 106, or we had like 105. And the game finished like 123 to 106. They just let them go on a run for the last 2 minutes. And it's like, y'all cannot finish games like that. Like, if y'all ever want to be a winning basketball team, y'all gonna have to learn to finish games because they can be competitive in a lot of these games. They just can't finish. And I guess maybe it is coaching. I'm gonna have to take a deeper look in and start tuning into some more games, especially now that the season is really up and running. But yeah, man, I'm disappointed in them. I'm disappointed in the Pistons. I mean, they of course were banged up early, but Bagley's back now. Cunningham now, he been in and out the lineup, but they had talent in I think he's in his second or third year now. It's some guard they got. It's been awful, but he was good last year. And now he's averaging like 2.1 points per game. His name is right.
Who?
He plays for Detroit. Like, he'd been awful this year. I'm about to find his name. Killian Hayes.
Oh, I see. That's what, if you was gonna say light skin, I was gonna say Killian Hayes.
Yeah, Killian Hayes. Like, he was supposed to be a key contributor. I was thinking like he would make progress. He'd been hooping last year. He probably not averaging anymore, but to start off the season, I had seen some crazy stat. He's averaging like 2.1 points per game on terrible shooting numbers. And it's like, I don't know what some of these players were doing in the off season, but like on one end of the pendulum, you got all these stars that's putting up crazy numbers, and then some other players just like, what are you doing? Like, you look like you've regressed since the last time we seen you. So I guess, that was wrong on my part for predicting the Pistons and Rockets would be competitive this year. I should have said they would be competing for last place again.
Jeez.
So
I'm trying to think, bro.
Make a little run. Down 2 now.
Yeah, my fault for
I
thinking
figured
the
they
Lakers
would.
was gonna be a 7 seed. That was crazy. What was thinking about that? Cam.
You say what?
Rockets, Lakers, the
Have the
bottom two of
Lakers
the
at-
Western Conference.
The bottom two, bro. Had the Lakers at 7, the Rockets at 10 when the season started.
It's
Mm.
pitiful.
Had the Clippers at 1.
Okay, then let's move on to let's talk about two Western Conference teams that are one obviously has higher expectations, but they're both playing well under expectations from at least a media standpoint. Lakers and Warriors, man, what's the deal?
Lakers just sorry.
The,
This is
the Lake, I guess from a media standpoint, okay. Never
That's
mind.
what I'm saying. That's what I said from a
Yeah.
media standpoint. I didn't really have too high of expectations, but I'm not gonna lie, I didn't think they would be this bad.
This bad, yeah.
And Russ has been hooping off the,
I was just gonna say.
spot.
So
Russ has been hooping.
would you trade him now?
Yeah.
Hey, low key, because
Bradley Beal,
De'Aaron
come
just
on.
signed to Clutch Sports the other day.
I want D. I want Bradley Beal.
Well, you're not getting him.
Bradley Beal. I don't know. There's been talks, man. It's been little rumors.
For
Bruh,
what?
Russ
For
back
what
to the
trade
Wizards?
package?
I don't know, but I've been
How Kuzma
hearing.
not gonna want that, bro?
They said some NBA executives thinking that Bradley Beal will be a Laker sometime this year. So
I mean, he has been playing kind of soft to start off the year, and then I saw some joke on Twitter. It was like Bradley Beal must run up to COVID and give it a hug because he's always out in health and safety protocols. He just got cleared today. He missed the last 5 days, I think, or last 5 games with COVID. So,
damn.
I mean, I would
Hmm.
want to see the trade package because it. Are you finally coming up off the picks and everything, and Russ and all that?
I mean, at this point, I feel like you have to. Well, definitely for Bradley Beal, you would think that you would have to come off those 2027 first round picks that Flink is holding on to. But yeah, so I don't know. We'll see. I think they definitely do trade Russ at some point.
Oh yeah, he's definitely upped
They
his
got
stock
to.
back up. I mean, if I don't know how they would get it done, but I can see like obviously he's already been there before and succeeded. But Russ with that Wizards team could definitely do some damage because that team would fit him. You got Porzingis, Kuzma on the wing. Because Bill, they've been having Bill play facilitator, and that might be the reason his offensive
Yeah.
numbers have been a little off. He's not a
Yeah.
point guard,
He's
and
not.
He's
it
not.
looks awful when he's on the court trying to be a point guard.
Because he don't even make plays. He just passed the ball away, bro, and nothing
Yeah.
happens.
Yeah.
So yeah, definitely. Hey, put Russ in that system. Let him be Russ again. Bring Bill over to the Lakers. But I mean, do you think Bill solves like all y'all's problems then? Or
no,
You don't think so?
I don't think no, because I mean, we still need shooting, so it's like
He needs a
won't-
shooter.
I know, but I'm saying like
The
you
thing
need,
about Bill
like,
is that he can give you a solid 20 points.
no, but I'm saying you need for sure. But I'm saying you need like like at least like another knockdown shooter to go next
You
to
want like
him.
a sharpshooter.
Yeah, like a sharpshooter.
Oh, you don't need to trade Russ for a sharpshooter.
Yeah, for sure.
They be everywhere.
I still like, and also you still need another big because Anthony Davis is
Mhm.
not a 5. I like the Pacers package deal more than anything. You
Yeah,
getting Buddy
for sure.
Hill,
Buddy
and
Hill
you
and
getting
Miles Turner.
Miles Turner, bro.
the problem is, I don't think the Pacers want to do that deal anymore.
Yeah. Y'all seen the AD talks today?
No, what happened? What talk?
They was talking about trading AD.
Oh, I mean,
not the Lakers themselves, but like a lot of like people on Twitter. and
oh,
media.
I mean, it's kind of coming to that point. Like the way their season going, and since they did give up everything to get AD and Bron, they really. It's funny because they in the same city. They really in the same situation as the LA Rams. Like they sold, but they got a championship. So it's like, I mean, that's what you do it for at the end of the day.
Yeah,
Maybe,
that's what you do it for.
of course, you
Yeah.
want more, but in
Yeah.
hindsight, at least you did get one, so it didn't completely go to waste. But now,
Yeah.
like, if you say it's rebuild mode, yeah, you would have to trade AD or Braun for some pieces.
For sure. And then I was gonna ask y'all this question, because I seen I think it was in either Instagram or Twitter or whatever. Someone posted it was like, so basically, the Lakers basically traded away Wemby for a championship, and everybody was like asking like, would y'all do that? And I was thinking, like at the end of the day, yes, because what you play for,
Guaranteed,
you play-
yeah.
The championship.
the championship, bro. So
Yeah.
it's like they did what they were expected to do when they first came together, whatever. Got AD, they got a championship. That's what you play for, and I mean, it's where we at now. So
It's just crazy because the Lakers really had a solid team. Injuries just derailed them, and then for whatever reason, Pelinka just chose to blow it up after that. After they lost to the Suns that year, and it's like you didn't even have to blow it up. It was unfortunate that AD got hurt, and LeBron just wasn't in good enough shape because he was still dealing with what was that, the ankle injury that year. He wasn't in, Bron was it dark mode, 30 mode for that playoffs because he couldn't be for real. And then Pelinka blew it up, traded everybody away, got rid of the whole bench, and it's just been downhill from there. And I'm just like, how bad do you have to run a team into the ground for your job to be in question? Like that's really what I'm looking at. It starts there. I think they need to get rid of him, Genie Bus, all of them, and just get a whole new management board. But yeah, man, 3-10. Obviously, I know they haven't had Braun for the last 3-4 games now. But even with him, they were still losing. I expected them to be hovering within the 7 and 10 seed all year. And maybe possibly making it to the 6 and avoiding the play-in, but being a play-in team at the very least. But bottom of the barrel with the Rockets, nah, this is awful. Yeah. And I hate to see it because, Darwin Ham just got his first coaching job, and this is how it goes.
Yep.
It's like...
But it's good, though, that nobody's blaming him, though. I feel like nobody's blaming him.
They really not
organization.
Yeah, for now. But, I mean, if they do go into a rebuild mode, how much time are they going to give him to rebuild?
As much time as they need to not pay him a dime.
Yeah. And then the other team I was talking about, and I'll let Cam start off with them because I know he's been honest. He was on the group chat going hard the other day. I told him save it for the podcast, man. Talk about the Warriors, man. The Warriors are at 6 and 8, and they're the 10th seed right now. So they would be the last playing team. And they just demoted James Wiseman down to the G League.
G League. Jesus.
I think he was averaging like 6 points a game, abysmal numbers. Like, yeah, it's not looking good in Golden State, man.
I tried to tell y'all. I tried to tell. I told y'all. I tried to tell y'all, man. I tried to tell y'all. Now, look, I know y'all gonna come up in here. Y'all gonna sit here and y'all gonna say, "Oh no, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it." It's still early. I understand it. It's still early and all, but this don't make think just a little bit, like a little bit concerned. It's like, okay, now y'all losing some games that y'all really should be, winning. Yeah. But they also winning the games, that like the important games, like they'll beat like the good teams and stuff like that still, but they'll lose to like the bad teams. And so, I mean, I don't know. That you could say that Kerr putting in those young guys, that bench or whatever that they got, but them guys aren't good. Like this not a typical Warriors team. Like I said before, it's not a typical Warriors bench, strength in numbers, next man up type of Warriors team anymore. Like, there's really no more veterans out there on that bench like that. So it's like, I don't know. Like, it's just, I don't know. They don't look good to me at all. So I don't know what needs to happen. Clay talking about he needs his respect. Motherfucker, my bad, but motherfucker, you've been ass all year, bro. So it's like, you should know. I don't care. You've been dealing with injuries, bro. No, bro. You've been looking bad all year. Draymond been 0 points, 10 assists, 10 turnovers all year. So I don't know. I don't know what they need to figure out. I don't know if like you said, they just getting the kinks out early on in the year, and they'll eventually find. I mean, I'm pretty sure eventually they'll find it because it's the fucking Warriors.
You know what the crazy thing is? It's really just they can't win games on the road. That's it. They're 0-7 on the road. That's where all 7 of their losses are. Or they got 1 loss at home. That game, and then that's the game they choked versus the Kings, where Kerr kept the backups in that whole third quarter and watched a 25-point lead just completely go to waste. But the way they're playing, they're gonna have to go on the road now. If they don't get it together and move up these rankings, they're gonna be the higher seed, so they are lower seed, so they're gonna be on the road to start the series. But yeah, like you said, this bench, it's not the Warriors bench. I know they couldn't pay everybody, obviously, so someone had to go. I think the losing was it? I don't know why I can't think of the name. The glove, Gary Payton Jr.
Yeah, that was a big loss.
That was a big loss, even though he hasn't even played yet for Portland because he's dealing with an injury. That was a big loss for them. Who else? Is that
Toscano.
Scano Anderson? Yeah, and he wasting away in LA. Damian Lee, even though he wasn't
Yeah.
the biggest like bench player, but he still came in, did
Shoot, he
what he
shot
needed to
that.
do.
Didn't he shoot a game winner over them this year?
Yeah, he did in
Yeah.
Phoenix. Yeah, so yeah, man, I really don't know where they go. I'm just keep begging like they'll get it together. You know, they championship pedigree team, but yeah, that bench gonna have to get together. And then with Wiseman getting demoted down back to the G League, they don't play Moody a lot. Kuminga don't get a lot of minutes either, really. So
Where's your
I don't
big
know what
man?
they're doing exactly. I think they're kind of in a championship hangover, and I think I don't know how much they'll ever give credit to it. It'll probably have to be one of the things where they talk about it down the line. But I think they might still be a little bit messed up inside the locker room from that whole Draymond incident.
I'm trying to tell you, I was gonna leave the whole year. I'm trying to tell you, I
You
was gonna
think
leave
so? You
the
still
whole
think so?
I mean
Man,
it
come
because that
on,
wasn't
man.
no regular punch. Like
Bro,
It
it
wasn't.
the way
was,
the
It
reports
wasn't.
that
It
came out was
wasn't.
like, oh, he hit him. It was like, okay.
bro. When
Like maybe he
teammates,
just, popped him. But no, he threw
He
a
decked
haymaker.
him.
He
He
tried to
decked
bro,
him.
kill
when
him. He
bro,
was
when
knocked out
teammate,
cold.
everybody know when teammates fight, you get a push first, and then get another push, and then maybe like
Yeah, no,
start
that
fighting.
was
No, it
personal.
was
It was a
one
sneak.
push. Draymond went in for the kill. So
And then what's even worse,
it's
you don't
personal.
even see no teammates like rushing to help him up in that video either. Like Steph turned and kind of was just like, hmm.
And then Iggy over there, when Brian and Draymond
Oh yeah, he
was
talking about he sucking him up. Yeah, I don't.
he over there. I'm like, oh my god.
Yeah, so there's definitely some turmoil in that locker room. This is probably the last year we see the Golden State as we know it. I mean,
I
they
was
had a
just
great
gonna ask
run.
y'all.
Oh
Oh,
yeah,
they
it's
had
it's
a
The end of
definitely
a
done for
dynasty.
sure after
Yeah.
this year
for
because
sure a dynasty.
Poole and Wiggins got paid, so they're stuck with them. Draymond's gone. I don't know where Draymond can really go after this. I mean, since he is such butt buddies with Braun, I mean, he'll probably try to find a way to LA. But I mean,
Heck no.
he don't fit with any other team.
Yeah. I be trying to tell people that he not good. He's good in the system. People don't know
Honestly, the
him.
only other team maybe that, not saying it would work, but he would maybe fit for real, is the Atlanta Hawks. That's about it. If you like put him with Trey Young and Murray and have them, like all facilitate off of Draymond or all move off Draymond, that could somewhat beat a decent attack. I don't know, but I don't know if he
His
would want to
career
go to
probably
everybody.
over, bro.
Hey,
He kind of old.
hey, hear me out. What about I don't know, this might be kind of a throw up. But what about Boston? You think he'll fit in Boston?
I mean,
He brings
I'm
defense.
actually not mad
he
at that.
he would be the point guard. They need a point guard.
Yeah, I
Oh my
mean,
god.
I'm not gonna lie,
facts,
bro.
facts. He'll be a point
That
guard.
would
I mean, he'll
it
set the
could
top of the
work.
key.
I grunted because watching that team would piss me off.
That's what I was just gonna say. Him and Marcus Smart would send me through the roof.
They would
I
piss
would
me
be
off.
so pissed watching them night in and night out. But I mean,
'Cause I know they gonna win.
work. Yeah. No, that would be a good pick. It's definitely, it might be a little Draymond sweepstakes, but it's really got to be the right fit because you're getting no offense with him besides distributing the ball. That's it. And he's gonna gonna get his technical fouls throughout the year.
Yeah, his ego.
Maybe a suspension here or there because he did some stupid stuff, but like that's what comes with it. But I mean, for a championship team like a Boston or Atlanta who has championship aspirations, I don't know if we call them a contender just yet. Yeah, that could work. But I mean, shoot, Atlanta, they currently sit at third in the East right now. I didn't think they were gonna.
DeJounte been hooping.
He has. I didn't think he could shoot like this, but he
neither.
definitely done worked on his shot since he first came in the league. He looks good. Trey Young is sometimes it's a little inconsistent, but I mean Trey Young damn near a certified 25 every time. I've been betting some of his props personally just throughout the week because it's been like 25.5 points. He's hit it 3 times for me. Like Atlanta definitely, I still wouldn't take them against Boston or Milwaukee. And I know they just beat Milwaukee twice within the past week, but that was without Drew Holiday. And of course they still don't have Middleton, so I don't really put anything into that. But Atlanta, I think where they're at is really I think they're the third best team in the East right now. And that's where I wanted to get to next. The Cavaliers, man. I feel
Jeez.
bad. I feel bad for my boy Donovan Mitchell. I think he's in the exact same situation, just in Ohio now. After watching Cleveland this past week and a half, and betting on them and watching them crush my dreams night in, night out, Donovan Mitchell literally got no help. Like Donovan Mitchell has been balling. I seen what I said in the beginning of the episode. He averaging 31.6. He has been literally putting the team on his back only to have everybody else completely drop the ball. Then he hurts his ankle at the end of the Warriors game this past weekend. Next game, Darius Garland goes for 51.
Goes off. Yeah. They lose, but they
Yeah,
lost, right? Yeah.
they still lost. Yeah, they don't play any defense over there, which is crazy because it's like y'all got Twin Towers and Jared Allen and Mobley.
Yeah.
So I don't know. Like, I don't know if it's just like they just need more time together, but it already worried me because, like, yeah, when Donovan Mitchell came over, I was like, him and Darius Garland got a chance to be a nasty like combo together, but I didn't expect any defense from them. But on the back end, I thought they would, have something there at least. And it don't even look like that. Their teams literally have their way with Cleveland, night in, night out, and they got off to a good start, but it's kind of falling off a little bit.
Yeah.
And I just feel like they mess around and get a Boston or Milwaukee second round. If they, God forbid, they get them first round, they're done. Like, they're not beating those teams this year unless they make some more moves before playoffs come throughout the season. But how y'all feel about Cleveland? Because I know
I mean, they
we
at the
were
fourth
all high on
seed.
them.
Well, they at the fourth seed. I had them at the fourth seed when the season started. Are they gonna stay there? I mean, I can see the 76ers coming up, but all these other teams below them, I'm not really sold on them at all. You would think the Nets would be up there, but no, Washington has their spot. So I think they'll be where they're probably supposed to be. I think it's okay to still have a high on them though, just because of the moves that were made and what you had just said before. That defense thing is a bit concerning though, considering last year they were a pretty defensive team.
Yeah, no.
So
Yeah, no, it's
I think they'll
literally
be all right though. I think with Darius getting hurt that first game or whatever game that was,
and it was the first game, literally
yeah, and
the
then
end of
Donnie
the
having to
first
carry.
quarter.
I think they just gotta find they footing together again. That's all. They ain't like the Warriors though. I ain't all out on them. I think they'll be all right.
Yeah, no, it's just the last 3 games that I watched, they let Timberwolves get 129.
Yeah.
They held the Warriors to 106, but they still lost. In a game they were up the whole game, they let the Warriors come back within the last 3 minutes of that one. And then they let the Kings put 127 on their head.
So look, in those stats, is it like a lot of threes though?
Kinda. It's a mix. Oh, and then the game before that, the one we bet on them versus the Clippers when they were up
Yeah.
12 with 4 minutes left and lost the game.
Because if it's threes, then that's the front. You feel me? That ain't got nothing to do with the big man.
It's like teams will, drive, kick,
Kick,
and their rotations are awful. And it's
slow,
like
yeah.
people looking at each other like, bro, I thought you was gonna go out there. And I like Bickerstaff as a coach, but sometimes I'll be like, bro, you can burn a timeout or draw something up. Like a lot of times that's what I want to say too. Now I think about down the stretch, Donovan Mitchell needs to be the closer, or at least the ball needs to be in his hands and he creates something off of all the attention he gets. Down the stretch of all these games that I was watching,
that one
Darius
game,
Garland would take the ball and then dribble, and then chuck up a shot or make a terrible pass and turn it over. And it's like, bro, I get it. Like, Donovan Mitchell just got here, but dude is averaging 30 and he's clearly hot. Put the ball in his hand.
He got the experience.
Yeah, like the Clippers game. Let me look it up just to be sure, but I want to say he had like 7 threes or something crazy.
Yeah,
he hit 8 threes that game, but he didn't shoot a 3 within the last 5 minutes of that game because he didn't get a shot. Because Darius Garland was hogging the ball. I'm like, give it to Mitchell and let him close the game. And here come the Clippers back down the court, score. Garland turnover. I remember Norman Powell got a turnover on him and the and one that back on the other end of the court. And now they're scoring while the clock's not moving because they're at the free throw line. It's like, oh, here they go. I can see this bad beat coming in. And then they choked it. And Kevin Love, you know, he got him a ring back in the day with Braun, but he probably should think about retirement after this
Yeah.
year. He looks really slow. Unless he's just on fire, you're not getting much out of him.
Yeah.
Dean
He had a
Wade,
few good games. Dean Wade, I'm
yeah,
weak, bro.
Kansas State product. He's not good. Chetty Osman, he's a decent role player some nights.
Yeah.
But yeah, their bench isn't too deep as of right now. It's Donovan Mitchell, and that's really it. They gonna go as far as he can carry them.
Jeez.
And in the East, it probably won't be that far, which is just tough for him. So,
I mean, I think we all agree. I don't know if we all agree, but I don't think any of us saw them having a deep playoff run. I think we just saw them having a decent regular season. I didn't have them having a deep playoff run. Because if they going into the 4th seed at the fifth seed, I had who I had the 5th seed. I had the 76ers. I don't think they beaten the Sixers in a 7-game series. So shoot, that's the first round.
Yeah, no. 76 would be an interesting matchup. Them healthy. We still gotta see what the 76ers really look like healthy and gel together. I think it's kind of good for them in a sense that it's not good that Harden went out, but now that Harden is out and Embiid has finally found his groove, as we said, that 59-point game the other night. Because when the season first started, they were he was off. Like he wasn't hooping. Harden was the one hooping. Hopefully now, if Harden come back healthy and good, and then B got his groove, Maxey also, got a couple more shots up with Harden being out. Hopefully they can, find their groove and gel together. The one X factor, which I thought, I guess I'm gonna have to give it up again too, and Cam will be right again. PJ Tucker tricked us, man.
Oh, did he?
That man just be out there,
running cardio,
huh?
He don't be putting up no stats. I'm like, but he plays 30 minutes a game. I'm like, bro, you can't do anything.
I don't know what he be doing, bro. I don't know what he
Maybe
be
we
doing.
just playing defense, bro.
It's gotta be.
I guess, but shit.
To keep you in for 30 minutes and you not doing nothing, you gotta be playing defense, bro.
That's PJ Tucker MO, but I'm like, bro, you can at least grab 5 boards, maybe hit 2 corner threes a game. Man. I don't think that's much to ask for. But
playing his heart out.
Another team. Man, you think and I'll pose it with the second question. So the Timberwolves, I mean, I don't think any of us thought they were gonna be good with that Rudy Gobert trade. It was kind of mind-boggling they even made that trade and thought it would work. But you think because Anthony Edwards, he's gonna be up for a contract like I don't know if he'll be eligible for a supermax, but he's gonna get a max deal. Someone gonna pay that man. You think if this year continues to go south for them, he says, I don't want to be in Minnesota, and play for this franchise.
I can definitely see
this cold ass city.
I could definitely see that. And you know what I also see? If he goes somewhere else, who has the money and space for him?
Who?
Utah.
I'm dead. That's kind of true.
Why not, bro? They missing that one piece. Yeah. Honestly, the way they hooping, they missing that one piece. Because they got Malik Beasley over there at the small forward.
I mean, I feel like he wouldn't want to go. What contender could he go to? Because I don't, even though contender? I mean, I know Utah playing good right now, but I'm not gonna sit up here and say they a contender. Does Portland have money?
Are they a contender?
I mean, they got some talent.
I know, bro.
I feel like
is he gonna fit over there? I actually haven't watched like Portland and how they move the ball and stuff, so I don't know if he would fit.
Portland is they're
I know they be winning, but like, is he gonna fit in that system?
I think he could, because Dame could get his, but I've noticed a lot sometimes like Dame don't want to have to get his. Like if Simons is on, Dame
Mhm.
gonna try to find him. Like he not gonna search
Yeah.
for a shot. And I feel like you got Simons, Lillard, and Anthony Edwards. That's a 3-headed monster that could all get a bucket in the front court.
That's no good. You see
Or
him anywhere in the
backcourt.
East?
I don't know where would he go.
I don't know where he would go either. He seemed like a top person that need his own team.
Maybe.
But he obviously, like he said, he probably want to be with the contender. Because he know that boy cold, bro.
You know he's him, but
He's
I'm
cold.
assuming he want to win.
I feel like it's gonna be an interesting summer. Once that draft happens and we see where everybody's placed at, everybody, as in Victor Wembanyama, then we gonna know, I think, where he would probably fit best. I think Portland is pretty good though. I'm trying to see if it's a team in the East.
Denver right behind them in second. Do you think Denver?
Yeah, that's crazy.
I mean, if that happened, I don't
just
think
be
they
an
would have a
MPJ
problem.
replacement.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. You get rid of MPJ because
I told y'all about Denver too.
Bro, they finna start losing. You saw
y'all
Jokic just
about
went to health and safety protocols. They
Yeah.
done, bro. They finna lose 3
I
in a row.
mean they
I know it might
hooping.
be Jamal Murray,
They're
man.
hooping. They're a good regular season team. Do I still trust them in the playoffs? Hell no.
No,
They don't got enough. They don't got enough, bro. Like the slowest biggest dude in the league is your best player.
Crazy.
That's
Bro, a
actually
bucket.
insane.
Bro, a bucket though.
He's a bucket. I
Bro,
have mad
bucket.
respect for him. Mad respect.
That's got to be the most frustrating thing.
It gotta be
Him and Luka guarding
Luka,
Yeah, they'd be like, he's so slow, but he's so fast.
He's so slow.
Fat
Yeah, he's
Albert.
still getting to wherever he wants to and getting this shot up.
Flap it, bust that.
What if
Oh, that's not a foul. Boy, these refs trying to save y'all.
What if this probably won't work, but what if and he'll type of
See, I
try
was
to go
gonna
to
say that,
Memphis.
but I thought y'all was gonna say I was riding, bro.
Nah, he the type to go to Memphis though.
Memphis,
He
fits
with
that culture.
Yeah,
That's that culture. Yeah.
bro.
I was gonna say that, but I didn't want y'all to think I was just riding, bro.
Nah, he'll fit with Memphis for sure.
Hey,
Like
that
you
would
said,
be a tough.
They
tough.
leave him at that spot because I ain't gonna lie, bro. Dylan Brooks, I know you've been saying he was
He's not getting back to it.
He's not. He's never really been him to me. He had that decent run that 1 year
In the playoffs,
yeah, in the playoffs, but he ain't been the same since, bro.
Bro, imagine and Ja flying around a court. Oh my god.
I would probably be a Memphis fan, bro. I ain't gonna cap.
Duck over the top.
Like imagine Ja driving the paint, everybody jumping, he just throw the lob and just
And one. Where the
Crazy.
foul at, ref?
that would be my favorite team ever, probably. As long as they mesh together well.
That's facts. That wraps everything I really want to talk about for NBA, man. Let's talk some college hoops.
Yes, sir.
College hoops is back, man. It's been some upsets. As of right now, today, I think the tweet said we had won, but FAMU just lost to Oregon, so it's tied up 3-3. But
But hey,
the SWAC is hooping.
we hooping with the Pac-12, man.
If y'all don't know what the SWAC is, the Southwestern Athletic Conference, aka the conference home to the HBCUs, my alma mater, PVMU, you know what I'm saying? We just whooped up on Washington State. What was it, 2 days ago or 3 days ago? Texas Southern whooped up on Arizona State. And not even just a Pac-12 SWAC challenge. Arkansas Pine Bluff almost beat TCU the other day, and TCU just lost to someone else that was pretty bad yesterday, I think.
Yeah, they did.
But yeah, man, college hoops been going crazy, man. I'm 2-0 or 3-0 right now to start off college basketball season, so everything looking good over there. My Kansas boys can hold on. That'll be a 4-0 start, man. But that number 1 team, I was just talking to Cam before we started, Chris.
Did they end up winning?
They won by 6. North Carolina beat Gardner Webb by 6 points.
I don't even know if I heard that team before for real. I probably have.
Probably.
Block.
They called them.
But come on, bro. Gardner Webb.
Yeah, man. I feel like after this week, they might get bumped down just because they're not beating teams like how they should be. and they'll probably boost up. Shoot, really? They might boost up Gonzaga because Gonzaga beat Michigan State, and now you see Michigan State beat Kentucky, so that win means more.
Yeah.
But the number 3 ranked team, the hometown team, Houston, UH Cougs, man, they've been hooping. And if y'all don't know a player to keep y'all eyes on, Tremont Mark out of Dickinson, Texas,
Bucket.
a bucket.
Bucket.
Crazy. I literally watched this
Bro,
kid
always
grow up,
battling, bro.
played against him in high school. Like, man, dude is a bucket. Last year, unfortunately, he went out for the year with an injury. I think it was to his shoulder, something like that. He had to have surgery, but he's back healthy, man. Yesterday, he had a career high of 23 versus Oral Roberts and only 28 minutes of game time. I don't think y'all understand how insane of a stat that is for college basketball.
Yeah.
Because college basketball is not even where, like, hey, you know, this player bucket, like, go get a bucket. Like, no, college basketball is like, coach would be like, you better run my system, swing this ball, cut, and get open. That's how college basketball plays. So to get 23 in a 28-minute span, man, definitely nice. And who knows if I know they had a Cinderella Final Four run. What was that back in 2019, maybe? Or am I tripping?
That's the past.
That might have been like 20.
I thought that was 2020.
I think so. Wait, no. Because one of them years,
it was 2020, bro. It was last year.
Dang.
that was
They lost to Baylor.
Because I was gonna say,
Oh, 2 years ago when Baylor won. Okay, yeah.
Say one of them years, I think COVID hit. They didn't have it, huh?
Yeah, but they was
Yeah.
definitely. I mean, obviously, you never know with March Madness, but they was gonna be a 1 seed that year, and that might have been their most stacked team because they had all the talent. And yeah, now a lot of those players have graduated. Quentin Grimes and all them boys. Yeah, that's tough. But Kentucky's
nice.
4. They're probably, I don't know, they won't get bumped down too far, I don't think, but I mean, Michigan State is technically unranked, and then they lost to Gonzaga, so they weren't moving up in the rankings. So Kentucky
y'all
goes
win
down
this
to them.
If y'all win this game, y'all probably take Kentucky spot, or maybe Baylor spot.
Yeah, Baylor will probably move in, but Shaduk is just now taking the lead for the first time.
Jeez.
We're not even playing with our coach right now either. I think Bill Self
What you doing to that ghost,
one
Cam?
more game.
Oh.
Oh man. Let's get this dub, boys. Yeah, man. Yeah, let's spoil somebody's bet today. Tonight, man.
Wow.
That's crazy.
You don't want to see me sweep the night, man. This is all I need to go 3-0 for the night, man. Oh, and then I've said they were number 2, but Gonzaga, man, it's the same Gonzaga. Are y'all buying in? Like, is there anything that make y'all think any different?
I feel so bad for them, bro. Because they in the, what's their conference called? Mountain or something? Or
They in the whack.
whack.
That's-
Yeah. Bro, that's a whack conference. That's what that is. That's why they be getting all them wins, bro. They get in the tournament, they choke every year. I can imagine how many people lose money to Gonzaga every year.
I was just I really want to see the stats on how many people make a preseason bet on Gonzaga winning it all. Because that's just handing Vegas a free check every year.
They know it.
They
Nah, I'm
know.
never minding to Gonzaga.
What about your
team they had? Is Timmy still there?
Yeah, he's still there.
Yeah, he's
See, but the team they had last year, I felt like that was the team. The team with Jalen Suggs.
Oh no, that was the team.
That was the team.
It's just hard to go undefeated.
Them boys.
And they really used up all day luck that Final Four game versus UCLA. That's why they got whooped up on by Baylor. But yeah, Timmy still looks nice. He's a great college player. I just don't think he has really
He's
a
Christian
pro.
Leitner.
Yeah, he'll be an overseas player or a G League player for sure. Because
Or an
he's
accountant.
too small to be a big in the league, but he's not athletic enough to get on the court for real. So
I don't know the way Alperen playing. Maybe he'll find his spot somewhere.
Who knows? You know, watch someone he'll fall in the draft, and then someone like the Warriors will get him, and then
Undrafted, yeah. Also, I hate that, bro. You're gonna be averaging 23 and 9
Because
randomly.
he does kind of. I'm not saying he's Draymond, but he does have a Draymond element to his game where he's back to the basket and he can pass out of the post really well.
Mm-hmm.
Gonzaga moves pretty well off the ball, and he'll hit some people open, and then he got a couple post moves in his bag. I
Yeah.
can't knock it. He's a Texas kid. He been hooping, but yeah, so it's like you almost don't. I'm not saying they don't deserve, but it's like why put Gonzaga up there every year? Because at the end it's never gonna be them. But every year they're top 3 in the initial poll rankings. And then that's not gonna hold true when it comes to NCAA tournament time. So, but what about your Texas boys, Cam? How y'all looking this year, man?
Hey man, we brought in some we always gonna bring in some transfers. We got some transfers that came in. Still got that boy Timmy Allen, still got that boy Marcus Carr. So I feel like, obviously I'm biased, but I feel like we're the most well-rounded team in the nation right now because we have a pretty good solid starting five, and then we also have just a deep bench that guys we can play like 15 20 minutes, man. So it's gonna be it should be a good year for for my horns, but I don't know. We'll see. We still got to beat that team in Kansas. So
Speaking of, bro, we getting hosed right now. Vegas done made a call in, bro. There ain't no way. There's 5 fouls to 0 right now. 6 minutes into the second half, bro. Come the fuck on. And they just called some bogus ass off ball foul as soon as we cross half court.
I've seen that.
Even when Coach K leaves, they still get the Duke call. That is some bullshit.
Call.
Oh, I didn't even know that. Kentucky.
I didn't know that either.
Yeah, Kentucky versus Gonzaga this Sunday. That's gonna be a good ass game.
And that game gonna piss me off.
Why?
If Gonzaga win, we're gonna have to hear that shit again. I don't want to hear that again, bro. They need to lose.
Gonzaga gonna have to play Duke pretty soon, also too. Gonzaga got a hard ass schedule this year, like starting off.
Michigan State got a hard ass schedule.
Michigan State too, yeah.
I think they might got the toughest one in the damn country. They started off with Gonzaga, Kentucky. I think they got Villanova, and that might be a tournament game, which could turn into them playing like North Carolina as well.
Oh, Gonzaga played UT. I think that's what it was.
Yeah. No,
They play UT every year, too.
Michigan State played Villanova. They got Alabama, Notre Dame. Yeah, and then that the Alabama game, if they win that, it's a tournament with North Carolina on the other side, so they could possibly get them as well.
Yeah.
So they got one, like you said, in overtime today versus Kentucky. So that's a great win. That's going to be big come tournament time when, maybe if they're on the brink of getting in, which I don't think they will be. Like last year, they were on the fence of getting in. They still made it into the tournament on one of those first 4 games, I think.
Mm-hmm.
But no, that's definitely a resume building win they got tonight, and they got a lot of opportunities left this season. I figured one of the reasons I bet them +7 because they were a young team last year, so they were looking kind of rough. But they basically returned dang near all of their starters and a couple of their bench players. They lost, what's his name, Max Christie, who went to the Lakers, and I'm assuming he's in the G League or something or on a 2-way because I never see him or hear about him this season. Yeah. But they got some nice players. Hauser, who brother now plays for the Celtics, he's a bucket, as y'all saw tonight. So I figured after playing Gonzaga tough, where they really should have won that game, they let Gonzaga off the hook and let them come back. I was like, they'll probably play Kentucky tough. I didn't think they were going to win necessarily, but I was like, +7, a little too steep. This team can battle. Double OT, they end up pulling the upset. So a lot to decipher, but I'll end the episode with let's give a few college predictions. What y'all, conference champions, how do you think the NCAA term might, play out, national champion? Because last year, it was the homer in me, of course, but I was like, we got Ochai returning and Brown, McCormick. Like the team is loaded with upperclassmen. So I just threw $20 on us before the year started to win the national championship, not thinking much of it. And then little do I know, here we are in the national championship game, and I was just so happened to go look on the side. I was like, oh shit, like I got this bet in place. Let me go put some more and double down, and then make a hedge bet on North Carolina since they were the underdogs, and we won the national championship for the first time since '08, man. But definitely gonna be hard to repeat that. I mean, I don't think we will. So who y'all think? We can start with the Big 12 since we both got teams in there. Who you think wins the Big 12 this year, Cam?
Oh, come on.
I just want to hear you say it.
Oh, come on, man. You hook him, man. UT, man. Hook him. Come on.
Hook 'em.
We know this. Yeah, hook him, man. Come
I'm
on.
dead. I think it's
It'll be a toss up, though. I think.
yeah. I think it'll be a toss up between Baylor and Texas Tech. Honestly,
Mm.
I think Texas Tech. I can't think of their coach name, but he has them boys hooping, and their fans are behind them. That's a tough place to win in now. It's always going to be a battle down there. I think they can do something. And here, man, we choking this game bad. But yeah, I think it'll come down to Baylor and Texas Tech, and of course Kansas will still probably be in the mix because we just always are.
God, Baylor really cold.
Yeah, no, they're cold.
Baylor, but LJ Cryer, he cold too.
Oh, we'll see, man. It really looked like once again Big 12 got the best conference of basketball. They won 2 of the last 3 national titles now, so I feel like Big 12 kind of deserved that title as best college basketball conference. And shoot, and that is until it gets blown up within the next couple years and all these teams leave out. And that kind of sucks for teams like Houston, who they were really transfer or getting into the conference so they could have that pedigree. Like, hey, we're a Big 12 team, and now like UT, Oklahoma gone. There's rumors Kansas might leave for the Big 10 or something for basketball purposes. So now it's like Houston went from a down conference to another down conference, so to speak, because all the powerhouses left. It'll be interesting to see how that shakes out. But yeah, man, we got 5 teams ranked in the top 25 to start out the season. Baylor 5, Texas Tech 23, Kansas 6, y'all 11, TCU 15. Which TCU honestly they might drop out after this week because they've been playing all their games close. Who did they lose? They lost to Northwestern State.
Yeah.
At home. After barely beating Lamar, who's really bad. Lamar, and funny enough, I was talking to Caitlin about this the other day, which we got to go see what a Caitlin game sometime this year.
We got to.
But Caitlin, one of our friends, Caitlin, he plays for St. Thomas, which is a D2 school. They lost to Lamar by 1 point the other week. And they had people on Lamar's Twitter page, like their basketball Twitter page, was telling them to cancel the whole team and like literally tagging the players like, you suck. I bet you got no dribble moves, this, that, and third. Like this team is garbage. Wow. What are y'all doing? And TCU barely beat them. And then my first college bet of the year, Arkansas Pine Bluff, plus 29 versus them covered because they only beat them by 1. So yeah, TCU probably will be out of the top 25. But yeah. What about ACC? North Carolina, Duke. Yeah, I mean, obviously you're probably biased for that one too.
It's probably gonna be Duke.
I don't know. It'll be you always gonna have to give North Carolina their respect, like always.
Yeah.
Because it's Carolina, but I think it'll be Duke.
It's probably Duke.
This doesn't even seem like a really good Duke team this year to me, though. Even though we're okay, but this doesn't seem like a really good Duke team that can like make it like far once it comes turning time. But watch them go on a run and win it all. So, I don't know. We'll see.
Conference wise, I think y'all will be all right.
Yeah.
I guess you think obviously he probably got a long leash because Krzyzewski handpicked him. How long you think Shire has to bring? I mean, I think it really got to be a Duke getting a national championship. How long you think he has before they maybe say maybe we need to go another route, get another guy to coach?
Damn.
Honestly, Coach K didn't even want him to be the head coach.
He didn't? I thought he was the one who
No.
made the pick because I thought Nolan Smith was really about to be the coach.
No, I don't think it was Nolan Smith. It was another black coach that Coach K wanted. Coach K wanted him to be the head coach or whatever, but somebody or whoever in the the head guys and Duke or whatever, they was like no, like it might have been the boosters. Someone said no. It's gonna be it's gonna be this guy. He's gonna be the next head coach, and so that's what happened. But yeah, pretty much. I forgot what coach it was, but Coach K definitely wanted. It was like some black coach that Coach K wanted. That's assistant coach right now, and it was like, nah.
I'm assuming North Carolina will get it together because they got too much talent. Like they returned a lot of that championship team from last year. They lost Brady Manick to graduation because, I mean, he was feeling like Perry Ellis to me. Like I felt like he had been in college for 8 years at that point.
Oh my god!
Seeing him in OU, North Carolina, like.
Don't bring up Perry. That's the one he got that big ass forehead, right?
Yeah, with the ball spot.
Oh my
They
god!
say he played with Wilt at Kansas.
Bro, me and my dad was like, we kept seeing this guy every year, and he would just come back. It was like, dang, why is he still here? He gotta be a senior.
You would think he was in the league in college,
Bro.
Bro.
Crazy thing is, he wasn't even like a super. He really just played 4 years. It was it,
bro. Thanks. No way, bro. I remember seeing him as a kid.
He was just a major contributor on the team every year he was on. Good drive, boy. Or is that a highlight?
Yeah, that's the highlight from the Michigan State game.
I'm dead. Man, we need to get some points here. But what else? The SEC. I feel like, I mean, Kentucky's been falling off the last few years, but I really feel like it's going to be a tough conference too. They're honestly, you can make the argument that they might have the best basketball conference, but then again, nobody in their conference has won a national championship recently. Mm-hmm. So can't give them too much credit, but they got 6 teams ranked in the top 25, which that's crazy. Tennessee is still ranked in the top 25, even though they just took an L to Colorado at home. They're not
gonna stay there long, bro.
Yeah,
I watched that game. They got you can't lose like that, bro.
Yeah. I think Arkansas will win SEC.
I think Arkansas tell you.
I can go with that. I can go with that. It's crazy because last year I was betting on them hard, bro.
Yeah, I thought they was gonna make a nice run.
Yeah,
they lost to Gonzaga.
This year they like that this year.
Yeah, I believe it. I believe it. I like their team last year. I think they are more. What's the word? Dang, what's the word I'm thinking of? Like they like what Tennessee probably supposed to be.
Yeah,
or want to be.
Mm-hmm.
What's the score? My computer in the way.
51-53. Just hit a layup.
Roll. Man. The OT game?
I mean, as long as if we lose by 1, I'm okay. I really should have just took half a point and made it +2, but no, I need this dub. But yeah, man, that wraps up another episode. Told y'all we missed y'all last week with the basketball episode, but we back this week. Tomorrow, me and Ken gonna recap the NFL. It was kind of a rough week, a little bit, a couple bad beats, but we gonna be back, man. Got a lot to talk about in the NFL. It was a good week for me.
You definitely got a lot to talk about.
Boy, Patrick, you know what I'm saying? MVP front runner. The Eagles took an L. That actually cost me. I bet on them. Bro. That's still...
how your dad react?
He was turned.
Super Bowl, huh? Super Bowl over them.
When what's his name slid into Heineke in the game, he's like, "Oh, that's a flag! Come on, yeah, that's game."
I know he was lit. He probably popped the bottle and smoked a cigar.
When Heineke threw that interception in the 4th to give him the ball back, he was cussing. He was mad as hell. And then when they fumbled it right back, I was like, yeah, it's a game. I know this game playing with his emotions. But yeah, man, we gonna get into that tomorrow for sure. A lot to talk about. A lot of good headlines. As we're leaving, man, Kansas. It's 53-53. Jalen Wilson got an opportunity for the and one to take the lead back. He hit it. And we gonna sign off. Y'all gonna have to
Before they score, we gonna get off
we
here.
gonna get out right now. Hopefully this bet holds true so I can sweep the day, man. But another episode in the books. It's your kids from the neighborhood signing off. Cam, my boy Chris, it's your boy Bryce. And we out, man. We are the kids from the neighborhood.
Yeah.
We are
I need